Today's outdoor adventure is the Bob Carey Bridge. I'm gonna head westbound instead here. Walk this pathway. I've just been impressed to write about bridges, breaches, and gathered questions. This particular bridge is 3,000 feet long, 150 miles of trails, hiking, biking trails that connects things as bridges do. So this particular blog post is really about connection, and this particular bridge connects Omaha to Council Bluffs. And as people, we are meant to be connected, to have safe and healthy connections. For any of you who grew up on 70s music, if you remember the song from Simon and Garfunkel, I am a rock, I am an island. That whole song, there were themes of emotional isolation, detachment. We need healthy attachment. I've had a few friends lately, and people that I know just in the community, say things like, I'm just really lonely in my marriage. Somebody who recently retired and has a myriad of health conditions, lonely because she can't get out and do the things that she longs to do in this season of her life. I have a mentor in her 80s that's wondering, what is my purpose now? Someone in my community of like, in her 70s, where's my place? I don't even know. Just trying to figure those things out. My husband and I were on a date a few months ago and out to eat, and there was a family, and both parents were on the phone the entire time we were there, and just lack of connection. Not with all people, but you see it more and more and more. We need to build joy bonds with others. There's something that happens when we are with people who are excited to see us, who light up, who we're excited to see. There's things that happen on a biological level, things that happen to our brain and our brain chemistry. More on that in another teaching. The question is, what makes a bridge strong? Obviously, the materials used make it strong. How it's been engineered. There's some bridges that are engineered in a triangular fashion where there's support piers that lend to a strong foundation. And that's definitely something to be thinking about this day, is like, how do we build strong, trusting, resilient relationships in this day and hour? There's a few good books that I've read through the years. Two of them by Cloud and Townsend, Boundaries. There's boundaries for leadership, boundaries for marriage, boundaries for just general relationships. And the book Safe People is a great read. Hurt people. Obviously, there's no perfect relationship out there, no perfect person, but there are ways to get healthier and not have toxic relationships. And that's another thing to consider as you continue to build your friendships. You know, sometimes there's a point when you change. Your circles change. The people who you hang out with change. You become like the people that you surround yourself with. So just a good way to continue to be intentional, and it takes time to build safe bonds. Another thing to think about is spiritual points of view. Look at it began, if you're of the Christian faith, the Trinity of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Jesus had his inner circle of Peter, James, and John, and then he had another circle beyond that with the rest of the disciples. If you think about a suspended bridge of steel, if one of those suspended wires breaks, there are others around to help absorb life and friendship. So having that connection. Question to think about is, does your bridge need repaired? Any part of your bridge, any part of relationships, friendships. We'll talk about more of that in part 2 of Breached and Breeches. And then just an encouragement